Welcome back.
Welcome, guys.
Here we are again.
It's almost turkey season.
It is almost time.
Well, I hunted this morning, unlike you fellers. So
I'm a little bit too old
I'm convinced.
to hunt
Yeah.
youth season.
And Eli's not old enough yet.
Yeah, I called the DWR. They said it because half my age, would be. Well, I guess technically it'd be 16 instead of 15. But
Yeah, you're too old.
yeah.
We took a little man today, little Hudson, and he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when I picked him up. He was ready to go. He's pretty pumped
That's
up.
awesome.
And I was really excited. I thought for sure where we were going, we would do pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And got in there well before daylight. We got in there right at we got into a good listening place right when good listening time started.
That's
And
how
I
you
thought,
like it.
it's going to be a pretty good morning. And we heard one gobble about 15 minutes after being there, and it was a long ways off.
Hmm.
And then I heard another one gobble, which was on the same ridge we were at, but it was about a quarter, maybe a little over a quarter mile away from us.
Yeah.
And they were where I figured they'd be at. They were down, I guess, where it's windy yesterday. They roosted in the holler
Yeah.
on the east side,
Yeah.
northeast side, and he gobbled off in there, and he gobbled one time. We snuck around through there, got about, I would guess, to be not quite a quarter of a mile from him, and just sit there and listen, and we never could hear him again.
Hmm.
But so I've chalked it up to humidity, barometric pressure. Ground was too damp.
Might have been like Hudson said. It was just a national no gobble day or something.
That's it. And Dean was not with us.
Yeah, that would
Paid a
help.
big key. But we had a good time. I'll tell you something else that I noticed too, but it was after 30 or 45 minutes after daylight. We didn't hear any birds. No owls. We didn't. We heard some owls early, but after they should have still been hollering a little bit. We didn't hear them. They quit hollering. The crows quit hollering, and the songbirds quit hollering too.
That's odd, ain't it?
We'll refer something to that.
Hmm.
But we struck out. It was fun to finally get back in the woods and hear one gobble.
Yeah. I was hopeful for a weekend, but between the wind yesterday morning and cold temperature today, old Brody said he'd lay in the bed.
Yeah.
I figured with the rain coming in that this weekend would be pretty good.
I bet this evening was good.
Oh, yeah.
Sunny, warm.
Probably where it warmed up so good.
Well, before we get going too deep, I'm going to mention old Dave Burgess's business. He's hooked us up, made us some good looking hats.
He has.
He's made the hats you all got on.
We all got them.
We all got them
Do we all got
That's
the
what
same
you
hat
got
on?
That's what
Yeah.
you wear too.
Well, I got that Bottomland hat over there. He's got a.
Yeah, those are good looking hats too. I really like those.
But he's hooked us up, does a good job. That's at Innovative Graphics, 55 15th Street Northwest in Norton, Virginia, 24273. Got a phone number of 276-679-2340. He does engraving, embroidery, vinyl lettering, screen printing, and he's advertising specialties. And I'll tell
Jack of
you,
all trades, buddy.
and if you ain't hunting, if you're just listening to this, baseball hats,
Yeah.
T-shirts,
Trophies
Yeah.
for the end of the
Everything,
season. He
yeah.
does it all.
Plaques, all
Yeah.
the plaques and stuff like that.
He's got
Sweatshirts. He does sweatshirts and T-shirts and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Good
He
stuff.
runs a tight ship down there too. So.
Oh yeah.
And I will tell you this also, if you're from this area and you want to pick up any type of high school apparel for anything around here, he's got every school that we have in this area.
Yeah.
He's already got a bunch of stuff mocked up and made. So
You remember the Warrior Gonia shirts? They were Patagonia, except it said Warriors on it.
oh, I know, I remember that.
Yeah, he came up. I think. Somebody came up with that. And he made it look sharp. But give him a holler. He's good to do business with. Good feller. Give him a shout. He's down in Norton, so wanted to mention him. 1 week away.
1 week. I hope you got your calls tuned up because it's going to be a wet one. It looks like.
Yeah,
It definitely does.
that's a week to change though. I will tell you this: I would, if it's going to be like a on and off rainy morning, There'll be some turkeys killed.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's not supposed to be that cold, which
It's better than the snow we had last year.
It's not supposed to be too cold, but it's going to rain. I don't know. I'll have to see. I may target a field. So see what they're doing.
Yeah, Cody's done got us. I think I know where we're going.
Yeah, I went the other day and I pulled into a spot and stopped and waited a few minutes and I owl hooted and they took off. It sounded, from where I was at then, it just sounded like a couple of them. Well, I went on around the road, parked again, they were still gobbling. And owl hooted a couple more times and they were still hammering.
Yeah.
And I did really just more than anything just try out one of the new calls.
Right.
I gave a few little bit calls and man, there's about 5 of them sounded off. So
speaking of calls, I don't think have we done a podcast since we were talking about that. I can't remember what I called it now, but I was wrong. The wick
Bubble
cluck.
cluck.
Bubble cluck.
Bubble cluck.
Yeah.
I think we were all wrong.
Yeah.
I think I called it.
I could have swore
feeding or
a feeding something.
searching cluck.
Yeah.
Or
Purr.
It's
It's not really like a purr. It's a
so whoop.
yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
It's similar to that whine that you showed that Bo Brooks was talking about, but it's not. They do it a lot feeding. We were right about that anyways. But yeah, our old buddy Derek Comer informed us that it's called a wick cluck.
Yeah.
So.
Wick cluck or bubble cluck? What did he say?
I think he said a wick cluck.
He said bubble cluck. The guy, you make it by saying whip, by putting some pressure. I use the right side of my mouth when I do it, but
I try to keep everything. Generally, I try to keep everything in the center.
Boys, I'm trying to get off topic, but
he said it's a bubble cluck mixed with a feeding whine.
There you go.
Oh, gosh, I was wrong again. Jeez,
he's the professional. So
wow.
I don't want to get off topic. Dean actually just messaged and said he is in a location that has plenty of ammo if anybody needs any shotgun shells.
Who, Dean?
Yeah. He just said, call me back. I told him we was doing this.
Oh.
So I'm good. I don't need
yeah, I'm in good shape.
No.
I'm good.
We're good then.
Tyler might need to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He got 2 boxes.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's good.
You need some of that tungsten.
That stuff's nice.
So you need some of that tungsten.
So, but yeah, I should have told Dean he's going to need plenty. Looks like he's only
223 rounds.
Yeah, he probably will. I think he messaged me. I was going to tell you.
He's got a box of each in the buggy already.
He's only going to have like 5 days. He's going to be able to hunt this spring. So we'll see.
I got 5 days first week. Actually, I got more than that.
That's me. I'm ready to rock and roll. I am ready. You should have got you some coffee.
No kidding. I don't know what's going on here, boys.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I didn't even get a good afternoon nap in.
Yeah.
I went to bed last night. I got to bed about 1. Got up at 5, which has been about par for the course here the past few days.
Yeah.
And then, I was like at church. I was like, I hope it's good because I'm pretty tired.
Oh man, you ever feel bad because you're like fading out in the middle of church and I go, gosh, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've been there.
Yeah. Well, today it didn't happen, so thankfully it didn't happen.
Well,
But got out, got home, made a burger. About the time I got done eating, y'all rolled up. We shot bows. Getting Will's bow tuned up.
Yeah.
We're all, man, those are some good looking rigs. If Pint My Bow had a TV show, I think
we would
make
definitely be in line for it.
I mean, we got every solid color they make. So.
Yeah.
I will say, I think out of all of us, Will carries the title bow diva the most.
It's true. He does have the stabilizers that match. So.
Yeah.
I didn't buy the new stabs though, so I mean, you know.
It's a good looking setup. I know you don't like the burgundy looking color, but I think it sets it off.
That didn't turn out anything like what I had hoped.
I don't know if they'll let you go back to Knoxville rocking a bow like that or not.
Rocking a Virginia Tech bow.
You could call it hokey.
Can you tell in the pictures? Is there any of the Instagram pictures that you can really tell?
I don't know.
Anyway, what they're talking about. So I I went with the autumn orange string and silver serving. I thought, man, this is gonna look great.
Mm-hmm.
The silver is gonna offset the orange. It's gonna play with the green. It's gonna look really good. And they come in, and the orange is showing through the silver, and it looks almost maroon.
Burgundy.
It hurts my heart. It does hurt my heart a little bit, but I mean, you know, $150 for a set of strings. I don't necessarily want to go and order other ones.
Yeah, they're good looking strings.
Maybe I'll accidentally nick it or something.
Now don't do that.
No.
I mean, that would give me an excuse to go buy a new set.
That is true. I'm not being rude. I just got pictures some turkeys on my trail camera.
Oh yeah,
2 hens.
how about that?
That's at Jack's.
I seen a big tom this morning right next to the road.
Where at?
Oh well,
Don't.
I can't divulge that information.
Yeah. Do we know where it is?
Yeah, Lee.
Do we know it?
Yeah.
I forget we're sitting here recording a show.
I mean, it was right beside the road. Anybody that drove
Okay.
by it would have seen him. Well, I don't know. I stopped and made him run. So
Yeah.
Yeah, stop. Shoo.
yeah,
Get out and throw rocks.
He had a big old wide beard. I mean, it was like 3 fingers wide. It wasn't as long, maybe like 8 inches or so, but
Yeah.
it was a big old heavy beard.
Well, I am tickled to death to get go sat next week. I'm pretty pumped up about it. I'm
me
even
too.
more pumped up that Cody found us some turkeys because I was starting to get a little worried. Because I was going to go back down where we deer hunted at.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some down there. It got to be.
Right.
You can hear a long ways.
I
Yeah.
stopped up there at the top when I was doing that, and I didn't get anything. But it was getting late. I think I was a little bit too late to try to get anything going there.
It'd be a good spot to go around there and sit, like, you know that road that I cut out when I went up and then went around that thing?
Yeah.
Right there would be a heck of a good spot to just stand and listen because you can hear everything out back
Yeah.
to your right, everything back to the left. It'd be a good spot. But I'll get in there later in the year. I ain't going there
I was
this weekend.
No, I think I know where you're going to be at.
I'd been watching some videos, some turkey hunt videos from the Hunting Public and the Untamed, and I got to a point I was like, man, I've got to go
Yeah.
just hear one.
Right.
And I drove up there, and it wasn't looking too promising at first, and I stopped and hoot out, and I was like, oh, there it is. That was my fix
Well,
until we
yeah.
get the hunt.
I had to slow myself down today.
Yeah.
Today I was I think that's the first time I've ever been on a youth hunt with somebody.
Yeah.
And when I heard that turkey gobble, I was like, oh, we got to go.
Yeah.
We got to go. But he did good, man. There were a few times he had to switch out the carrying the gun for the shooting stick because he was getting a little tired, but
Well,
did a good job.
what is he?
He's wanting to go
8,
back.
7,
No,
8?
he is 10.
oh,
Yeah.
shoot, I didn't think it was that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a nice little Mossberg 500 410. Look good. Speaking of, we looked at that turkey fowl gun down at Beverly's.
Yeah.
Over and
Over
over.
and under one?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
thing's sweet.
That's a pretty slick looking little rig.
Who makes it? Excuse me.
It's not TriStar.
No, it's I actually gonna look that up and tell you because tell Cody about it.
I think you've seen it. You've seen it. ain't
Yeah, I
you?
saw it.
See it? It's a you
It's
can
got it's got 2 external chokes on it. It's
you
a
can
good-looking
actually
little
switch the
gun. Yeah, it's got a trigger selector. It's not like you're firing top bottom.
you can
You can fire the bottom first if you want,
yeah.
which I like.
It is. It's not it. Yeah, it's a Stevens made. Stevens, like ATI or something, but
Maybe it is ATI.
it's Stevens. I can't remember. Call down there and check them out, though. He'll tell you what it is. They are a good looking setup, and
Yeah.
they're the barrel. It's got a short barrel.
Yeah, probably a 24 inch, probably 22 or 24.
Yeah, and the reason I like it is you can put you a choke in. It's what I would do. I'd have me a TSS choke in one barrel,
Yeah,
and then I'd have me something a little
Like a
more modified for if it gets like 10 yards.
yeah,
If you just have one pop up, you can.
right.
It's
My look,
the,
I'd shoot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's
no,
not a
you're
bad
good.
idea.
It's the ATI Calvary turkey fowl.
There you go.
It's made by Stevens, I believe. Stevens by ATI by Stevens or something like that.
It was a pretty sweet looking gun.
Yeah.
I mean, if I hadn't just bought 2 turkey guns last year, I'd have probably
Yeah.
looked
I
at
mean,
it.
I don't know that I would turkey hunt with an over and under. But if I was inclined to,
Are you against it?
no, I'm not against it. I actually think it'd be kind of cool to like take one of those old 12 gauge over and unders. You know,
Yeah.
like
Dean-
if it had some sentimental value or something like that'd be awesome.
Dean's an over and under guy.
Yeah,
12 gauge over 223.
yeah.
Because
I mean, Dad's got one. It's a Savage. Well, it's a Tikka. Sorry.
Tika.
Yeah.
What kind?
It's a 222
over
12 gauge, but it only shoots. It's only bored for 2 3/4, but you can jam a 3-inch down in it. It just won't eject it, so you really only got one shot. It'll fit in it. It just won't come out. You got to pull it out.
Dean just messaged and said, just wanted to check. That TSS for 410s is high daggone dollar.
No doubt, it is. I had to order some last year. I ordered
Yeah.
15 rounds of it, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's high.
I got which we I ended up getting some for free.
Yeah.
A box for free, and they shot really well.
It
But I
did
will
shoot
tell you,
good.
for Hadley, that which I think we already talked about, that Longbeard Double X does
Yeah.
good for her, because I mean 20 yards is all.
Yeah, I don't think she'd feel too comfortable shooting much farther than that.
No.
Of course, we say that, and I mean, she did smoke a doe at 100 and some
Yeah.
yards, so
Yeah.
you know,
She's
who's to say?
she backed out on going today. She didn't want to go this morning.
If you're going to shoot that TSS, though, I'm telling you, and obviously I don't get no money from it, but those code black chokes,
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah, that was
do a good deal.
There's another. What's that other? Indian Creek.
Indian Creek makes one. Yeah.
I've seen.
There's really. I was kind of surprised at how few. Well, based on the way it's been catching on the last few years, how few choke companies actually
Yeah.
made them. I think Carlson makes one, but it's not like
It's just a Carlson TSS choke, I think.
something like that. Yeah, it's not in.
Jebs makes one.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. That's what Maiden shoots. His little boy killed a turkey.
So I guess there's more than I
Congratulations
thought there were. But yeah.
He killed one yesterday morning on Youth Day. It's a pretty turkey. He got a pretty picture too. It's a
Oh, yeah.
But,
That's good.
He's been shooting that Vertic ammo,
Yeah.
and he sent me a picture of the pattern it's putting out with that Jeb's choke tube, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Cody shoots the what now? Black.
The code black.
Code black.
Yeah. I love
What
those
TSS?
chokes.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What kind
Oh,
of-
Is it federal?
I can't remember right now. I think it is federal TSS.
Yeah.
It's expensive crap. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
I think we can get a better deal on the federal, can't we?
yes.
Like through a law enforcement thing.
Yeah. Get a little bit of a discount.
I can't remember. I think I bought mine from Sportsman Warehouse or
Yeah.
something like that.
I would like to. I'd be interested in shooting 2 or 3 different choke tubes
Yeah.
with 2 or 3 different loads.
Yeah, just kind of mix and match and play around.
Mm-hmm. Which we shot a couple different 12 gauge rounds. I know
Yeah.
that Wheels shooting 3.5s, Longbeard.
Only because I don't make a 4. Did anybody see it? I saw the T-shirt somewhere. Who was that? The guy over that I bought my my bow off of a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Randy Newsom. He had he had his logo on the front, 3R Archery on the front, and on the back it says I shoot 3.5s only because I don't make a 4.
So, if somebody shot a 4-inch Magnum,
You talk about busting you.
that'd put that'd keep chiropractor in business.
I knew a guy that shot a 10 gauge 3.5 inch.
Yeah,
It thumped pretty hard.
buddy of mine's dad still hunts turkeys with a 10 gauge single shot.
Yeah,
That's
This was a pump, I
big old
think.
gun, man.
yeah.
You don't want more than one though.
The barrel was huge.
Yeah. Well, I guess you beat it to death if it's in reaching distance.
Worst case, yeah,
If it's in bow range, you just throw the case at the hole at it
yeah.
and kill it with that. But and then we shot those heavy shots. And Will's gun. Did you shoot them out of your gun?
Yeah,
You
it
did?
didn't. I didn't like the way I didn't like the pattern at all.
It didn't really. It didn't have near as tight a pattern as mine did with the Longbeard.
Yeah.
But it still would have killed a turkey.
Yeah, I mean, mine probably would have too. And what's weird is we got the same choke tube. Well, I've
Your
got a
barrel's
535 and you've got a
830.
you got an 835, but we still got the same constriction on that crossing choke tube, but it threw two different patterns. That's weird, isn't it? You would have thought that it'd been almost identical, maybe not exactly identical, but close.
Yep.
And mine was quite a bit more spread out.
Probably just the barrel length.
20 or 25 yards.
Probably.
I mean, I read at one time or another that like these dudes are shooting like 30-inch barrels at ducks and stuff. That it's more for the swing than it is the distance, because your powder burns up. They say in 18 inches that all the powder in that shell's burn up, and so you no longer have any more like projection, right? After 18 inches, then it's just whatever's behind it's behind it. There's not any more pushing. It's not gonna push any harder the farther it goes out of barrel.
So it's all the force it's going to have is after that 18 inches.
Yeah.
I think it means
it's going to get less.
it means more in a rifled barrel, but I don't
Yes,
think
because
as
it's got
much
twist.
as
Yes.
In
Yeah,
a
but you're talking
shotgun,
about
it's not a whole
smoothbore
lot.
shotgun barrel, right?
Well, I think that I'm going to stick with those 3 inches.
I shoot a 3.5 Longbeard XR, and it does pretty good.
I'm not tough enough.
I mean, the 3-inch shot really good out of my gun too. I will say, like, I can't justify shooting a 3.5 for any other reason besides just because
it's a
those-
3.5.
that's what I got.
Well, that's what's weird is now that you mention it, those heavy shots that we shot were 3.5 inch,
Yeah,
and then I'm shooting 3 inch.
the 3-inch in my gun shot a lot better
Yeah.
than the 3.5 heavy shot.
Honestly, the reason why I'm shooting 3.5 is because I have about 6 3.5-inch shells left, and then I have 2 boxes of 3-inch. So
Yeah.
I'll switch
like
to
that.
3-inch
Yeah.
after that.
I like the 3-inch 5-shot.
I think that's what I have.
I like it. They make.
I think mine's 4s.
Yours should be 4.
I think they're 4s, 3.5 4s.
Well, all I know is I've got enough. Whatever it takes. Just walk out in front of old Ralph next Saturday, son.
Oh, Ralph.
Yeah,
I'm just glad we got Tyler going with us.
I do too. I hope he goes.
What did I say I was going to call mine?
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't believe you've got I cannot believe you've got a turkey gun and ain't even named.
It cracked me up when I said it, but I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I can't remember what you said. But
Dang.
yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
I've never kept a gun long enough really to name it.
I've had old Ralph for a minute or two.
I've only had this one for like 2 years, and I'll probably have another one in a couple of years after this. So
That gun's on its like 5th coat of paint that I've got. It's had several coats of paint on it.
I bought
Just because
mine.
it wears on.
I will say a little splash of green looks good.
It does, don't it?
Yeah.
I wanted a turkey gun a long time ago when I got that thing years ago. I had an 835 that had mossy oak. No, it was real tree.
Yeah.
It was real tree camo pattern. I didn't like it. It was almost too light.
Yeah.
If you remember, they sold it with the fiber optic, kind of like rifled sights on the back. It's a split fiber optic.
Yeah.
I missed a turkey with those, and I'll never shoot those again.
It's because they move.
They move.
Yeah, mine's the same way.
That's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Was I was hunting with Dean and another
Miss the
fella.
turkey?
Just how I missed it. I missed it at like 15 steps.
No.
But when I went to aim,
I mean, it's kind of easy to do. You
I
think?
didn't know that the sights were twisted. And like we'd been working this turkey for 2.5 hours. I mean, they were like, I was a trigger man.
Yeah.
I come walking through a wide open field, man. And off to behind it, I pulled the trigger and it stood there, and I seen the cattail explode. I was like, what in the world? But I had that sight twisted, and I shot like 1.5 feet right.
Jeez.
And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. They was like, what it was, I was younger, and I was just like, golly, these old guys think I'm.
I shot by one time real close like that, and the wadding hit it in the chest. No kidding. The shot. I mean, you seen its tail like it strutted up, right? And I was waiting for it to drop out of strut, and it kept coming and coming and coming and coming, and never did come out of strut. And I was like, well, heck, I'm gonna have to shoot it. So he was like facing me, and I shot, and I seen his fan like drop down, and the wadding hit him in the chest, and then he kind of like dropped out of strut and run like 3 or 4 steps away, and then right back up in the strut, and I wrenched it, and Dad's like, shoot him again, shoot him again, shoot him again. I wrenched it, bam, shot him again and rolled him. But it was like 15 yards to like 25. You know, your shot just gets that much bigger. I just shot right by his head, so I figured.
I had never owned my own turkey gun until last year. I'd used my dad's.
Yeah.
And it was a Remington 870.
Yeah.
And I got tired of carrying a friggin' log around with me everywhere I went.
Well, they
So
are a little heavy.
I've got one in there.
870.
Yeah, 870 Express or a Wingmaster. I can't remember which one it is.
I think mine's
They
an
are.
Express.
It's like
heavy.
carrying a boat paddle.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted.
You
to
could
get.
use it as a boat oar. I've heard of people doing that.
That's what I wanted. When I got that 835, I wanted one that was a little heavier
Yeah.
and that I could like beat snakes with if I needed to, and not worry about like scratching the paint up on it.
Yeah.
So I got that one, and that thing has killed a bunch of turkeys.
I don't know if I've ever had a gun that I worried about beating to death. I just drag them around.
Yeah.
I ain't got no show pieces. Nothing I got's like nice.
There's a couple
necessarily.
in there that I probably wouldn't take hunting, but
Like everything I've got's like relatively quality. Like the quality's pretty good, but as far as like something pretty that I want to keep pretty, if I was going to buy something like that, I wouldn't take it hunting.
Well, I only have
It's like my
one.
bow, you know. I'm going to beat the crap out of it. Look at my stabilizers. The paint's coming off the end of them, you know.
I have one shotgun that, well, my dad has it now, but my papa won it when he worked for Westmoreland Coal Company.
Yeah.
And it's got like a gold trigger, and it's a shotgun, 12 gauge.
Browning, probably.
it's probably like a Sweet 16 or something.
I don't remember what it is, but it's a really nice shotgun, and I refuse to do anything with
Yeah,
it.
it's something like that. Like Papa had a Browning, and my uncle's got it now. And if I called him today and said, "Hey, I want to take that turkey hunting Saturday," he'd be like, "Yeah, come get it."
Mhm.
But I ain't gonna take it. And Papa took it hunting some. You know, there's some dings in the stock and stuff on it, but it's kind of like character that he put in it. You know, it's his gun, so that's something I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like you said, I wouldn't take it out.
Well,
And chance it.
Papa passed away in 2016, and they ain't no way. Like,
Right.
that thing will be babied as long as it
Right.
exists on this
Yeah.
earth.
And you know what's crazy is it's funny that we got a similar gun like that, but there's a guy that I work with that his son just inherited it's some kind of Browning. I can't remember. Anyhow, he looked it up, see how much it cost. It was like his father-in-law's gun or something other, and he gave it to his son. And the thing, I mean, it costs like $4,000 or $5,000, right? That's what you can sell it for now. And he's like, I told him I'd sell it. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, have you lost your mind?
Yeah.
He said, well, what if it burns up in a house fire? I said, what if it does?
Yeah.
I said, what if you sell it to a crackhead and he gives it away for dope? You know
or
what I mean?
cuts the barrel and
Yeah,
like I mean, just trashes it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take my chances with it. That's the way I look at it. Like, even gun safe or not, I'm gonna take my chances of having it. You know, just for the sentimental sake of it.
It's been in the gun safe since my papa passed away. The
Yeah.
only time it's been out was when my dad moved. We took it out and put it in his truck, and then it went back in the gun safe when he got
Right.
back home. So, but,
Well, I think I'm sitting here thinking about how we can go hunting Sunday morning before church. Because I know Saturday ain't gonna be enough. I guess I
mean-
could go. I could go to Jack's.
I mean, yeah,
So we were done this morning by 9:30.
you could go to Jack's and just like rappel off the high wall and be in the church
Well, you just run down the hill. It's flat. I can walk all
right down that holler
I
right
can walk
behind it.
right down it.
Yeah,
I think I can go.
I mean,
I'll be done by
I'm
9:30.
I'm going hunting because church don't start till 11, and I can still be in church.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I might try to swing it. We'll see. But I'm hoping Saturday. I hope Saturday we just go up there and kill two first thing.
I'm gonna try to kill 2 Saturday and Sunday. That's what I told Dad. I said if we, you know,
Double up 2 days.
if we want to put it on this competition, we need to double up both
Yep.
days.
Y'all,
I mean, is that realistic? Probably not. But
Probably not.
you know, a man can dream, right?
I think. Well,
I'm gonna give it the old college try. I can do
Yeah, that's
that.
right. I'm gonna try my darndest.
it depends on the weather. If the weather's bad, 2 good turkeys from a
We'll
team
win
would
it.
win it.
Yeah, yeah,
If it's raining like it's supposed to,
yeah.
I've got a card up my sleeve if it's raining bad.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's raining bad, I'm gonna sit on the edge of a field and I'm gonna smoke one with a rifle.
223.
Judge
Well, if it's
me. Judge away.
listen to me.
I'll just shoot it at 410.
if it's raining bad, if it's supposed to rain bad Saturday, I got a place where there's some turkeys,
Yeah,
and me and Cody and Tyler will be sitting in a ground blind.
there you go.
And I'll have that 410, and I'll smoke one from about 80.
There you go. You know, it's funny. It's funny we're talking about this. So, Gary Maggard, I don't know if you watched my turkey talking. If you did, I talked about Gary.
Very good video.
Yeah, but he come to the house one day. No joke, right in the middle of turkey season. And it had been raining all morning, so me and Dad didn't go. And he pulls in the driveway and he's soaking wet. We're like, dang, what in the heck have you done? He belly crawled across a field to get some turkeys, because they was out in the middle of the field and he wasn't nothing he could do. And so he belly crawled to get close enough to him where he could pop up and shoot, and he shot and killed one.
Not a thing wrong with that.
Hey, that
Not at
dude was
all.
a turkey killing fool. Now I'm telling you, he was something else.
Well, it might look funny us 3 crammed in there, but at least
We'll make it work.
I mean, it's a big old blind.
It is a big old blind, man.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind.
I mean, the girls are using it up there right now as a pillow
no,
fort.
it's a different one.
Oh, it's a-
That's the small one.
That's a big one too.
I thought that was a big one.
Yeah, it's the small one there. That one they've got in there is a 5-sided one. But I'm trying to think, but
From what I looked at on the weather, Friday it's for sure gonna rain.
Yeah.
But Saturday, I don't think it's. I mean, it's not a super high chance, but there's still a chance.
I can tell you too right now, man needs to be in the woods at 6 o'clock.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
be in there whenever you want to. If you
We
want to
need-
go,
Yeah, you need to be
Yeah.
standing somewhere
You
at
need to be
6.
standing somewhere at 6
Yeah.
because it was at 6 o'clock. We pulled in down there about 6:20 this morning, and like I said, it was already breaking daylight pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you can see it at 6 o'clock. You can see it on the ridge tops.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
that's when I get to work. That's the only reason I know.
I mean,
if
if
we're
you
up
want to
high,
get there,
Yeah,
if you want to get there at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and just wait on it. I'm good with it.
I gotta work
Yeah.
until midnight, so I gotta get a little bit of sleep. I gotta get a little bit of sleep.
Golly.
Friday night.
That's what they make 6 days for.
Yeah,
No,
I heard a cough coming on.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's fixing to be starting Saturday. It's wide open till May.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, as Dean says, you can sleep when turkey season's over.
That's true.
That's
I'm gonna put in some time.
I've got it lined out with the exception of 1 day, pending an emergency comes up or something. With the exception of 1 day, I can hunt every morning.
That's pretty good.
Every morning. The earliest I've got to go into work is noon.
Yeah. That's
So,
how I had it last year. I was able to get home and get in bed by about midnight, and then get up about 5.
burn some gasoline.
Yep.
I'm ready for it though.
Oh, buddy, I can't wait.
I think the last 2 weeks I hunted every day last year, and still it was dead morning after dead morning after dead morning.
Yeah.
The first
You gotta go
2
with
weeks last year, I hunted every
Yeah,
day.
you had the first 2 weeks off.
and
didn't
I
you?
Yeah.
froze my butt off.
Yeah.
You know, as cold as it was today, it wasn't near as cold as it was last year.
Well, I
No.
was sitting in snow
It's
last
like
year.
I thought the same thing this morning. I walked out on the deck about 7:30, I guess, and I thought, man, it's supposed to be cold, but it wasn't as cold. It didn't feel as cold as what the temperature
windy.
was reading.
Yeah, it wasn't. Remember last year, it was. Of course, we're a week earlier than we were last year, but it was that wet snow was
Yeah.
coming down. It's windy. It was a miserable time being
Yeah.
with.
Well, youth weekend last year was great. If y'all remember,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But
And now I wish it would have been as like this morning. It's kind of overcast, like it is outside right now.
yeah,
I think we'd have done a little bit better. I just can't understand why. I know the turkeys are in there, and I told Hudson. He said, "Well, I can't believe they're not gobbling." He said, "What do you think it is?" I said, "Them old dudes are just so hard-headed and stubborn, man."
Yeah.
I was like, they'll make you'll go back to the truck and scratch your head. I said, you'll be sitting here all day, and for 10, just at a random time, for 10 solid minutes, they'll sit there and gobble till they can't stand it no more.
Yep.
But then you'll have days where they gobble every 2 seconds.
Yep.
I just don't understand it either. But you got to be in there when they're gobbling.
It's true.
Yeah. I
didn't take any decoys today, and I regret it. And I talked to Dean last night, and he talked me out of it. That's the only thing that I'd about kick his hind end if he was sitting right here. Because, I'll tell you why. Where that turkey was at, when he gobbled this morning, we could have called him uphill. If I'd have sit there and called, the only problem was it was really open in there.
Yeah.
He was roosted in a holler. If he'd have come up in a big field.
Yeah.
We could have been on the edge of the woods and had a decoy out in the field. We'd have done okay.
Right.
I'd have put the funky chicken out there. It might have been a little better. He
Right.
might not have been gobbling, but we'd at least been able to sit there and call to him for a little bit, see if he'd come up there. And if he'd have seen it, I think he'd have come across there.
Yeah.
Even from as far off as he was, I think he would have seen that decoy.
Now,
But-
Saturday, I'll throw the funky chicken in there, but I don't really plan on using it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not as open up there. I've not been up there.
It didn't look like it.
But I think we can get up there and do pretty good.
Really and truthfully, for this weekend, all options are on the table for me. I'm talking decoys, rifles. Listen, I got skunked last year, and that's not happening again.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
But you killed a deer.
I mean, anything if it's legal, it's an option.
You gonna put the Jake brakes on one?
God, maybe.
I hope you do.
I want to tell you.
I mean, it might like take the funk off. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I want to tell you this. Best case scenario is we are in a heated competition with each other Saturday.
That would be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Like the best of best, and then we meet.
I really hope your dad kills one.
I do too.
I hope we're all standing down at Aaron's about 12:30, drinking a cup
Checking
of coffee.
in for gobblers.
Yeah.
We'll actually be down there at 9. Just because we're.
I gotta get breakfast before I go.
Hardee's at 8.
Too bad Frosty Bossy ain't still open. We'll
That's
just
no joke.
stop here and eat.
I was thinking, and I told Hudson this today because he's new. This was the first time he's ever been turkey hunting. He had a lot of questions, but he was asking about, do we just sit down and call us? I said, listen, babe, sometimes these hunts can last 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and sometimes they can last 6 hours.
Sometimes
Or
you
6
shut.
weeks.
Sometimes you shut the door and they sound off,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, and which was cool because he was curious, and that dude is eat up with outdoors, but he brings up a lot of good points. And I was like, some things you're asking me, man, I still ask myself.
Yeah.
Like, why ain't they gobbling? I have no idea.
Right.
Because this morning, to me, just being the conditions the way they were, they should have been gobbling this morning.
Yeah.
After yesterday, like I said, and this is I do really believe this. I believe that if they were blown around in a tree all night, that might have delayed them gobbling for a little while.
Yeah.
But at 9:30, I feel like they should have been gobbling, knowing that they're in there, knowing that there's not that many hens in there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they should have been gobbling, but they weren't, and they're hard-headed.
I mean, it's just part of it sometimes,
Yeah.
really and truthfully.
We were out there on the Sandy Point, though.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been the Sandy
Might
Point.
have been the Sandy Point gobbler.
It could have been. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. But come Saturday, judging by how they sounded on Cody's phone, I'd like to.
Yeah, y'all are going to a pretty good looking spot.
I'd like to hear
Yeah.
maybe 2 of them come in. Shoot, maybe 3 of them come in. Tyler bust him 1 too.
That'd be awesome.
I'd be
Would
all
that
right
not
with
be
that.
all right?
That would be pretty cool.
Son, if we did that.
But here's what you gotta keep in mind, because me and you set it up that first morning we went a couple of years ago. Somebody's got to choose the left and somebody's got to choose the right before they walk up there. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then
I'll tell you.
it's better too if you count off, which
Yeah.
we didn't do.
Yeah.
I was kind of like watching Zach and watching the bird and watching Zach, and then when I seen him go to squeeze, I was like, oh shoot, boom.
Well, you got to make sure, is it 3, 2, 1 bang, or is it on 1 bang? 3, 2 bang, or 3, 2, 1
You don't
bang?
want to bang, bang.
Yeah, But I tell you what, I like it when you shoot them and they start attacking the other one.
Yeah.
That makes it easy.
I've seen that happen a time or two.
Because when they're flogging that other bird, their head is sticking just straight up.
I say that, and Dad shot a bird one time, and the other one started flogging that other one. I emptied my gun at him and missed him every time. I was tore all pieces, man. It was so exciting. Like, I'm shaking because he's, these birds have been working their way up this road for however long, and then he shoots one, and the other one's just laying it to us other the dead bird, and I emptied my gun at him. Didn't hit him a single time. He ended up just kind of trotting off down the road.
I tell you, you got to with it, and you got to be set up in a position like to where somebody, if something happens, you've got a contingency. Like if so when we doubled up that day, if them turkeys would have come not up in front of us but come down under or below us,
right,
you still could have killed them.
Yeah.
So you gotta have that. If you weren't there and I was sitting where I was sitting and they come below us, I'd never seen them.
Right.
They'd have just been underneath the hill and figured something out.
Right.
Got behind us and done some stuff. We gotta have that set up, and I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've about drove my wife crazy with these new calls.
I read a good article. Made a lot of sense, and this is probably the easiest way to explain it too. That it was in Mossy Oak's website. They got a newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about calling turkeys in there, and this is the easiest way I can explain it. And it made a lot of sense to me, especially for somebody new. If a turkey is fired, like if you got a fired up turkey, you can call more to him without messing yourself up.
Yeah.
But if you got a turkey that's not gobbling, like every time if it's just gobbling every so often, just to cut back your calls.
Yeah.
So it's basically you're matching the gobbler with your calls.
Yeah.
Which that makes a lot of sense.
That's what I talk about sometimes, like taking their temperature.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm talking about, more or less. Is like seeing where he's at and trying to kind of like figure out, if he's going to be fired up, then I'm going to be fired up. Or if he's kind of like slow walking, then I'm going to play hard to get.
You get bonus points if you kill a turkey with this hat on Saturday morning.
Ooh, that'd be rough. That would be tough. I'll probably have that.
Does it have to show? Because I can get a full face mask.
It's got to show.
You know what? I don't need your bonus points. I need Aaron's bonus points.
Yeah, you might run that by him.
Yeah.
I can't figure out if those if you paid attention to that post. Did you see that Stone Mill posted a thing on it?
Mm-mm.
He posted, one of the comments said, "Looking forward to seeing y'all Saturday." So I'm not sure if that guy's going to be down.
I think he's supposed to come. I know Derek said he was coming.
Yeah.
Well,
we might just ride down there for the heck of it.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're going to kill one, but...
I was going to talk to y'all about it, off air, but, I plan on dragging a bird down there, but
I'm telling you one thing.
Worst case scenario, I think I'll go fellowship either way.
If you come in weighing more than us, then I'm demanding an X-ray be done. Because
he'll take its mouth open, pour it full of water or something.
We got weights in the fish. We got weights in the turkeys.
Yeah.
We got weights in the turkeys.
I'll be feeling full lead singer.
Yeah. Yeah. That Jake weighs 36 pounds, man. Oh, good time.
1 inch beard, 1 inch spurs.
It's a state record 34-pound turkey. I mean, they've been eating
like that.
They've been eating good up there.
Rum pilot buck. Everybody been trying to check it out for years, and we'll be like,
funny?
it's gone.
Yeah. Burn up in a house fire.
Lost it in a house fire.
Yeah. Ain't that funny how that particular deer comes up like every 3 or 4 years, 5 years? The Fall podcast just did a podcast on the
Yep. Yeah, that's a sketchy story, ain't it?
It is a little sketchy.
You know who? What's the other buck? It's it starts with H.
Oh, I know.
Henson buck.
Yeah,
it's one of them two that Nathan Killen's real.
The Henson guy is the one that got from what I've read, and I think I've got this right, and if I don't, let us know. But I'd have to kind of research it again on my own. But it seems like I was reading about this once before, and when Midtron Pollock killed that deer, the Henson guy was the world record holder, and he's the one that kind of started raising the questions about it because everybody has a different, theory as to why. But basically, didn't want his world record beat.
Yeah.
And the deer did look funny in the picture. So I mean, who's really to say? But I don't know.
I don't want to get y'all excited.
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't want to get y'all excited at all because this could still change. But I'm looking at the projected forecast. So you got a 24% chance of rain Friday. Saturday is sunny, 58, 9% chance.
Oh man.
Sunday is 61, sunny.
And
Looks
most
like
importantly, the lows are in the 40s. That's even better.
Yeah, it'll be warmer Saturday lows than it was this morning.
Yeah.
Man alive, dude. That gets me fired up.
You know what I'm really
That's a
fired
really
up
good
for?
change for all of us.
Oh,
I am so fired up to get the old M2 out there and break her in, baby.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I gotta get my pack out.
If I see him start climbing a tree, I'm gonna start wondering though.
Why do you have your
tether
saddle platform with you?
I'm roosting. Leave me alone.
He's doing a one stick method there with a shotgun. But are you gonna take your 410 or you 12
I'm gonna
gauge?
take my 12 gauge. I killed the one with the 410 last year.
Yeah.
Now, if we get in the blind, I
Yeah.
may bring the 410.
I'm gonna take a 12 gauge too, just in case. Got to shoot through something,
Yeah.
But when I say shoot through something, I don't mean shoot something in a bush. I mean like if it's standing behind some bushes
Yeah.
or saplings.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That 410, when I
Yeah.
smoked that thing, that Jake, long ways and there's a lot of brush.
Cody,
So
Jake breaks on one.
Yeah.
I did.
That-
That's why I was.
listen, if that's the weather conditions here Saturday, be a lot of turkeys killed that morning.
I'd say so.
We can say I put the Jake brakes on one last year, but the issue was, it was a horrible year.
Dean
Dean is not above it right now.
Dean says every day is a good day to kill Jake.
He's been texting me every day saying, "Good day to kill Jake."
Yeah, every day.
What's he call
Ain't
it?
nothing wrong with it.
Turkeys for tomorrow, Jake's for today.
Something like that.
Yeah,
They eat the same.
he says.
I'd say Jake probably eat a little better.
He says I ain't too proud to kill Jake,
Yeah.
which he's lying because I ain't never seen that man shoot a Jake.
He said he texted me one day. He said Jake's a fair game in my book. Tell Zach Jake's a fair game.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen him pictures of gobblers I've killed, like whenever we've not been hunting together. I'll send, hey, buddy, what'd you do? Did you get that beard off of Jake and hold it on that hen or something? It's like, buddy, that's a gobbler. That ain't no gobbler beard. That ain't no gobbler beard.
I'm pumped.
Too, man. I think it's going to be a good day. I really do. I really am looking forward to just being in there.
Yeah.
We got that competition going on. That's fun. I like that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be fun. I would love more than anything go down there with all of us would go down there with a truckload of turkeys. Not as many as the guys in Ohio on that Bear Grease podcast had, but our legal limit of turkeys.
275 of them.
Yeah.
Our legal limit of turkeys I would be good with. And that's the thing, man. It could go either way. When you gotta be down there by 1.
Yeah.
So you
We're
can
gonna have
hunt,
a good time
you
either
can
way.
hunt till 12, easy.
Yeah.
So if you kill one early, I'd still just stay in there and try to get on another one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, we're
Till-
gonna be at
Till they can't.
we're gonna be at where we will be at. I might have to burn burn it up going down the mountain, son.
We can
Coming
do
in
it.
sideways.
I mean, it's not that far. You go off the
Yeah,
you
we could go off.
Yeah, it ain't too bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if we came all the way back across this way.
No,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, Lord, no.
No, yeah, you go.
I keep forgetting the gates open.
I
now.
plan on going
Yeah.
in that way, too.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, and I'm not gonna say where it is.
Well,
Just
you
so
already
I know.
told everybody,
No, I didn't.
more or less.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Go
no, I
ahead.
didn't.
Go
No,
ahead.
I said mountain.
They're going to have to beat us there anyway.
Yeah, it's a long way to Coburn from Pound.
Camping out there not before. Then.
It's a long way to Coburn from Pound, so we'll have to burn tires getting over there.
Oh, I agree. I still think I could make it in an hour, probably.
Now, what was you going to say?
When you go up the road there and you hit the gravel,
Mhm.
is it on the right there? Where I sent y'all last year?
Now, it's on past there.
Okay.
So, where we went last year
Yeah.
with all them fields,
Yeah.
it's probably, I don't know, maybe a mile past it.
Okay.
So it's on out there.
Are they off in a big holler, or is there some flats off in there?
Where they were at originally, it's a pretty big holler, but you can go past it and get up on the ridge, and it's flat on top of that ridge and drops down. So if we get on top of that ridge, we could easily call them back up that hill.
Blocking the gate too, so we get in there first.
Just find a key
lock
to
it.
fit it and lock it on your way through.
we got a key to fit it.
Just dummy lock it. Put your own chain on it. That's what I do.
Just unlock.
Yeah.
You ain't got to put the own chain. Just put your own lock on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we got a key for it. But we might just take a rag, put a truck in the middle of the road with a rag and a windshield.
Sideways.
Put your big sign up that says 15 turkey hunters ahead. We're trying to get a tow truck. Big back later. Oh man.
Be like the hunting public. If you watch that one video, they sunk that ram up in a big old mud hole, and they just left it and kept going turkey hunting.
I tell you what though, I know there's a few places you'll be at if you go to a few places in this area Saturday morning. It'll sound like a hoot owl convention.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, we heard one this morning, and I looked at, and I mean, just the guys with, he's never been. This is his first time turkey hunting too.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other, and I said, "That ain't a hoot owl. That's a hunter." And it was an actual owl, and it sounded awful.
It's crazy how it happens, ain't it?
Yeah.
I've heard somebody was telling me about a turkey. Saying, it might have been you the other day. Said they heard a hen, or they thought it was somebody, and it sounded like the worst hen call ever was. And it was actually a turkey. Like it came up inside of him. He was like, "Holy moly!" It might have been so, I can't remember.
I remember hearing about it, but I don't think it was me that said it.
Yeah.
It must have been. It might be somebody at work, and I was telling y'all about it Friday. Then
Maybe.
It was.
I'm man, it's gonna be good. I think that after this week, maybe start next week, I think you'll probably start seeing some dryland fish come up.
I've heard that some are already popping up.
Yeah, Dickinson County. There's been a few people at work said they
some
found
of the
some
boys
over
at
there.
work said that they.
Now usually Lee County finds them
Yeah,
way early.
Some of them guys was finding them last week.
That's the second best part about turkey hunting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Rachel said yesterday that she was going to go out and find something, but she didn't. She said me and Reagan are going to go dry fish hunting. And I said, "You and Reagan?" She said, "Yeah." She didn't.
Yeah.
She might have found some yesterday evening. I mean, it's pretty day.
Yeah.
I'm after Thursday I'll be able to throw some chicken breast in some hot oil too, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Finally.
I can come off my cleanse. I'm going to throw that. Hey, listen, I can't wait. I can taste it right now.
You'll probably feel like crap for about 3
He
days.
will.
I don't care.
He'll feel like crap Saturday. He'll be like, that turkey's a little ways away.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to go.
His belly will be killing him. He'll be stopping every 15 minutes to go, find a good tree.
Yeah, that is true. I will tell you what, I am not going to not go to the turkey. I can't wait. It's
I feel like it's taken so long to get here.
yeah, this next week will be miserable.
Yeah.
And I only work.
It won't be bad for you because you got what, Monday through Thursday?
Yeah.
I only work 3 days this week.
Must be nice.
So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's like
Yeah, I work
Thursday and Friday. It's going to drag.
That's going to be a long day.
So I work Monday and Tuesday. I think I work overtime shift Wednesday. Training Thursday. No,
No, that's next week.
okay.
So you're off Thursday and Friday too.
No, I go work Friday till midnight.
Oh yeah, you just said
I'm
that.
off Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And so
I ain't gonna let you make us late Saturday. I'm gonna be.
I'm not gonna be. I can promise you,
He'll not be late.
I will not be late. Listen,
He might be half asleep, but he won't be late.
there's
That's
two
fine.
things we ain't late for, and that is turkey hunting and work.
Yeah.
So we are not.
I tell
You
you,
can be late for deer hunting. I don't listen. If you're late,
Occasionally.
that's all right. We'll be all right.
I've been working on, which of course my owl hoot. I've got a lot better at that, pretty decent. But I've been working on a owl screech, like like the hunting public. Yeah, And you know, I watched a video that they put out the other day, and it made a lot of sense. You know, if it's kind of windy, go outside and just owl hoot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen how far it carries.
Yeah, it'll cut. That
It don't.
screech will cut it.
And that screech,
Yeah.
man, if you can
Yeah.
get that on a windy day, oh man, that's
I
that'd
think I'm
be a
gonna
good
try some coyote howls occasionally too.
yeah.
Just see how it works. I'm afraid it'll kind of like spook them up a little bit.
I wouldn't.
But
I
I
would
wanna try it.
I would try it if I was going to roost a bird.
Yeah.
That's when I would try it, just to see. Because what's it going to hurt?
Right.
I mean, they're going to roost. They're going to forget about it by the morning,
Right.
anyways. So, but man, I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I've already I cleaned out my truck yesterday. I
So
got it.
we riding with you.
That's fine. I don't
I
care.
ain't even got my turkey bag out of the bag. Out of the
Oh,
box yet.
I've got my turkey bag set up. The only thing that I have to do this week is charge some camera batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
I
got
did
to
get
talk
my-
about
Yeah,
what we're
we'll
wanting to
figure it
do
out.
as far as camera setup.
I did get my camera out and put it on the tripod last night.
But I bought that waterproof cover
Yeah.
for my DLSR.
DSL.
DSLR, yeah, sorry. You know. But I bought my the waterproof cover for that, and I bought the lens cover. It's a rubber lens cover that'll just go over the whole front of it.
Huh.
Keep it from getting scratched. You just pop it on and off.
That's neat.
So I'm pretty pumped.
Not to get off topic again, but y'all said something that made me think of something. The wind.
Yeah.
This totally off topic. Going back to bows, I took a couple of those windy days
Mm-hmm.
and shot in the wind
With your bow?
with a bow.
Hmm.
You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But man, between using my turkey calls and going out there that day,
There you go.
I had to get that fix by listening to them, but
Yeah.
it's hurt me a whole lot because now it's in my blood. I'm just, oh man, I'm ready.
I am too.
My dad and his fiance messaged me earlier today. Well, messaged all of us and was like, "Hey, we're gonna try to do a Easter dinner or something." And I was like, "I'm out this weekend. Sorry."
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, and we'll talk about this too later on. But I know it's my phone.
Yeah.
We probably do need to get up there pretty early.
Oh yeah,
I'd
I
say-
want to because it's gonna be there'll be a lot of people up there.
I'd say so. If we can at least have a truck parked there nearby.
Yeah.
Which it might not be a bad idea to go up there Friday evening and try
And
to
roast 'em.
roast one.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, which I will be working. Maybe I can grind up there while I'm working.
I'll be off, so I may see if Desiree and little man will ride up there and just that way. Because usually riding in a car puts him to sleep anyways, so
Yeah,
may ride up there kind of later in the evening and see if I can roost one.
that's what I'd do because if we can at least know where one's remotely at.
Well, now there was one when I was there that roosted, and I heard him fly up, and he was right on top of that knoll.
Probably where he's staying in.
Yeah. So we'll have to go on past him, kind of get up. I think would be all right there.
What do you think, Will?
About
Yeah, we're on video too.
roosting a turkey Friday.
I told him if he can do what he did the other night, we'd be better off.
I mean, it's yeah,
Yes, we'd know. At least we
Well,
know what side of the. That's the biggest thing is knowing which side of the road they're on.
yeah.
We know if they're on that side of the road.
Well, I don't think they're going to be on the other side, just because on the other side, right there, it's right where it drops down on the other side. So
Yeah.
it's a big, deep gully. I'd say they'll probably be back up on that ridge line where they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it probably always gives you a little bit better, at least idea of where they are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, it gives you, yeah. At least we know they're there and
Right.
set up in a location where we think we can have the best chance of success.
right.
And use the terrain, like we talked about before, set up to where the terrain's going to force it to come to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's like I don't know, like if it would be beneficial to go Saturday evening and roost one for Sunday morning. If you know you're coming back to that same place Saturday, and you kind of know sort of where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. Maybe if you're going to a whole different place, you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I went like today. I didn't feel like I needed to go in there and roost a turkey yesterday because we knew where they're staying.
Right.
They're staying on that one ridge.
Right.
It's a long ridge, which
Yeah.
may be the case up there too. But
Right.
got money on the line, dude.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything that'll help your odds, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I was gonna say one more thing. Not about that. It's kind of off topic. But after this weekend, I'd really like to go do another one of those hunts we did last year.
Yeah.
The same place with
Yeah.
all of
All
us
of us
again.
go together.
That'd be good.
Yep.
Get your
Yep.
dad out there and get Tyler and try to. No matter what, I mean, like I've said, I enjoy watching other people kill them too. So
Oh yeah.
if we get your dad and Tyler both to get one, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tyler
For
Tyler has also volunteered his video services.
sure. Yeah.
So
Good deal.
very excited about that.
And I've got 2 people now that will run a camera for us. So
Sounds like a plan.
That'll be all right.
Well, until probably do another one of these after Saturday.
Yeah. Maybe.
sounds like a plan.
So all
Keep
right,
up on the
guys.
Instagram. We're
Yeah.
posting stuff every day. I'm sure Saturday morning will be.
We're working on Will's Instagram capabilities.
Hey, I got decent at doing the stories, like during deer season.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of times where I'm hunting at, the
There's
cell
no
phone
sense.
service wasn't good enough to post them, so they would just
Yeah.
kind of stay there,
Yeah.
trying to post forever.
Yep. So
And I'll try to throw up a video, probably obviously not this weekend, but maybe a couple weekends from now after I get to use that M2, just
Yeah.
a review of it,
Right.
kind of how everything's working. So
Oh yeah.
stay tuned for that.
okay. All right, guys. Well, next time we talk to you, hopefully some of us are launched a tag.
Hopefully so.
Hope so.
Good luck if you're going. If you are, if you're hunting this weekend, or if it's season where you're at, send us some pictures of how you're doing if you're killing anything. And we'll talk at you next week.
See.
See you. Bye.